Hey everybody, this is Stacy with SF Johnson Consulting and Construction Services. And as I've mentioned before, in the month of June, we are going to the Deep South, where we are focusing on the projects and the problems in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Tennessee. And today we're going to talk about Alabama. And the first issue that we are going to try to solve is, the confusion in licensing, because Alabama has separate boards for the general contractors, for residential home builders, and for the MEPs. Most times it is very confusing, and most subs don't realize that they need the state license even for smaller residential projects. So that's what we're going to be focusing on in our state-specific programs, our state-specific problem solving, and that's what we're going to focus on. We do have a state program, and if you're in any of the 50 states, we focus on the problems that you as a contractor, and in particular a minority contractor, may face. All right, so here in Alabama, number 2, we're going to help solve. You guys have very strict municipal permitting requirements, and so we have found that Birmingham, Montgomery, and Mobile, and I'm from California, my blood's from the South, so you got to excuse me if I mispronounce some of the cities, but we're all brothers and sisters, all right? In those 3 cities, they enforce different local rules and inspection processes. So we want to make sure you got that all squared away, and we don't want you to be disqualified or get a bad rep because these things are so confusing, not created by you, okay? So it says here that many of the contractors fail the inspections due to local code misunderstandings. And, code interpretation is a problem all over the United States, whether you're in Alabama, whether you're here in California, and then you're an electrician. The code interpretations and the way that they teach you to interpret those codes or to even search for the code that may apply to you is very confusing. All right, so number 3, in which we can help you with, is the lack of bid support. So whether you are a union contractor or trying to get in the union, or you're just a mom and pop, you're a sole proprietor, it's very hard in your state to get quality estimating services, and not quite often you're taken advantage of. And so, of course, at SF Johnson Consulting and Construction Services, we provide all of that for you and teach you what should be there, okay? So, you guys miss out on some of the stuff that some parts of construction in other parts of the country have readily available. So if that is your issue, reach out, sfjohnsonconsulting.com. We can do it for you, or we can teach you, and a little combination of both, okay? So this is the one I find in every state. It makes no difference, especially if you're a minority contractor, is the underutilization of the DBE and WBE certification programs. Okay, those are or should be the backbone of every woman-owned minority firm in America, and especially for the Department of Transportation. And I say this in every statewide video, that the Department of Transportation is one federal organization that has a requirement to have at least 5 to 10% of minority contractors doing those jobs. Okay, so there's no reason to, at least in your state, start off small, sign up for the Department of Transportation as as a contractor, and it will help you. It's greatly underutilized in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and maybe not so much Georgia, okay? But Texas Those black folks in Texas, they use it. And you can tell who uses it and who doesn't. Because as a minority contractor, it's hard to get in the game anyway. So, I mean, I know it, you know it, and this is one of the ways you can help yourself, all right? Especially with the Department of Transportation, they have the requirement. All right, limited access to capital. That should, I mean, here in California, I must get 6 or 7, 10 calls a day for access to capital for construction projects. And I have resources within my own company to help you if you've been in business and you have a track record of, I don't even think it has to be a year anymore, and you have a project that you have won, you will have no problem getting that money, okay? And so reach out to us. We can help you. And again, these projects are statewide. I went, because I love to learn, to every state. And we researched what are the problems specific to contractors in these states. So, and then I made them prove it to me. How do you know? Okay, and so they look up all of the licensing organizations who just got a license. How many minority contractors are there in the state, in particular cities, with respect to how many are in the whole state? So they know that these are the problems that you face, but every problem can be solved. And number 6, administrative overload. Yeah, because you're wearing all the hats, contractor in Alabama. And so, yeah, reach out to us. If we can't do some things for you, we can show you how to do it for yourself more efficiently, okay? More efficiently, for sure. And last but not least, very little business education. Well, that's relative to very little business education. If you are a business owner, I think you passed the business education part, but we just want to have business sustainability, okay? And so it says that you often have the skills, but then we lack the administrative expertise and planning to make everything go smoothly, because again, you're wearing all the hats and you're trying to run it in a sustainable way, but you sometimes fall short. So those are pretty much, in a nutshell, the 7 direct problems facing contractors in Alabama. Confusing situations with your license. We can help you with that for sure. Strict permitting standards. That's growing everywhere. You're not alone. Lack of bid support. You're not alone. Underuse of the certification system. And yes, within 30 days, you could get your certification. Well, now in the current climate, it used to be 30 days, maybe 90 days now, who knows? But it's not going away, all right? Administrative overload, for sure, because you're wearing all the hats. And again, I understand that, and there's just a way to more efficiently do that, and we would love to be able to help you do that. And business education, whether it's construction law, okay, knowing all about liability and your insurance, knowing how to properly set up your business organization. Are you an LLC or U.S. sole proprietor? What's in your best interest, And I think that's pretty much it. So hopefully, the YouTube thing, ask them to subscribe. YouTube's been around how many years? We got to really ask you to subscribe to a channel where you're getting valuable information. Well, okay, subscribe. But whether you do or not, it's my pleasure to give you information that supports you, to help you, and to help you be sustainable and thrive. This is Stacy with SF Johnson Consulting and Construction Services. Reach out to me if you have any questions at education@sfjohnsonconsulting.com. Have a wonderful week.